You have Samsung Galaxy. This is the S23 5G, and you want your Galaxy to last forever. Let's go over a ton of hacks and tips to help not only your Galaxy last longer in between charges, but extend the total life of your phone. Let's get into it. There's a lot of data coming out about leaving your phone charged, leaving it plugged in after it's been charged, whether you use a charger like this or a pad, in that it still leaks electricity. Even worse are the super aggressive, super fast, high-speed chargers that have a lot of energy. If you leave it plugged in, look at what happens. This is an S20, and this was left in on the charger all the time, and so it ruined the battery within just a few years, like 2 years, and the battery starts to decompose on the inside. It stops taking a charge, and then eventually it completely fails. So always unplug your battery. We'll go over some more battery-saving ideas next. All right, so let's jump right into battery. So battery is going to be, some people aren't going to like this tip, but I'm going to tell you right now, it's inside. Let's go battery, and then let's touch battery protection, and then it's right here. And right here, keeping your battery at a full 100% charge for a long time can reduce its lifespan. Choose an option to protect your battery. So we'll turn it on, and then you can choose which one of those. It's going to take a little bit of how you use your phone and what you want to have happen. A lot of people do the adaptive. It stops charging at 80%. That very much 100% will help extend the total life that you'll be able to use your battery. So look into this one. Okay, coming back into the main area for the battery, we can always hit power savings, and there's more options here. If we use our phone for just like calls and whatnot, when we don't need the CPU running max all of the time, we can toggle this one off, decrease brightness by 10%. We'll go over some other strategies to help in this area. Turn off always on display. There's a lot of strategies that will help you save more battery on your phone. And this one's interesting right here. Learning patterns. This, a lot of people don't know that there's an option to change your hertz and your screen refresh rate, but we'll get into that in a minute. All right, we're done with, are we done with battery? We can always do this one. We can put unused apps to sleep. I think that's toggled on automatically for most phones. All right, let's move on. All right, depending on who you ask, you can save up to 30% of your battery just by going to display and turning on, oh, it's right here at the top, dark mode. So what's cool is that all of the pixels that are black have no electricity. So it not only helps you save battery, which some people say up to 30% of your battery, it will help preserve your display so you won't get those burned in pixels that happen, that's notorious on some of the older Samsungs. Okay, I mentioned refresh rate. So refresh rate is how many times per second your screen changes. So if you watch a lot of videos, you'll notice this if you change it. So let's go into settings, and it's inside display, and it is motion smoothness. So let's touch motion smoothness. And it helps us understand here. You can, I'm not going to spend a lot of time here, but you can do adaptive or you could do standard. So standard is you're going to get 60, and then adaptive is up to 120 hertz, which, you know, it looks really nice. But if you want a little bit of savings, you can explore how you like how your phone runs when you click standard. And obviously, if you don't like it, switch it back. All right, this one shocked me. Now, you obviously know that your phone is kind of like a radio. Did you know that there's a ton of other radios on your phone? So let's go to connected. Actually, we're going to go to connections first, because some people don't use Bluetooth. I do not always use Bluetooth, so that's something that you can turn off your Bluetooth. Now, NFC, near field communications, and contactless payments, a lot of people don't use that. You can turn that radio off. Now, let's see if there's any more on here. More connection settings. Printing is one that shocked me. So underneath, so do you see how we got to that? We're in connections. We went to more connection settings. Printing. It is default on, so it's always looking. There's a radio always looking to see if there's a printer to print. So if you never print from your phone, turn that off. The next one is kind of a no-brainer, but make sure your phone is updated. Scroll all the way down. We're going to go to software updates, and we've just updated today, so we're all set. But you can do check for new updates. I'm not sure this one might have it. I'm not going to stand here and wait, but check your updates every once in a while and see what you have, and it's possible that it'll help your phone run smoother and your battery last longer. Another one that I'm surprised at how many people aren't aware of this is just run basic maintenance on your phone. So you scroll all the way down and there is device care. So in device care, you can hit, or I had to grab a different phone so that you can see that there's an optimize now, and it's going to, the software inside the phone is actually going to check all of these things for you and make sure that your phone's running great. And when you're done with that, you still have to do one more step inside here. You can hit storage, and then it will tell you if you have trash to clear out. Right now there's no trash, but then you'd ask it to empty the trash if that's wherever that option shows up. But there's 2 steps when you go to run maintenance on your phone. Remember to do the second one because the trash is only emptied every 30 days. So if you want a little bit performance right now, do it now. This one's kind of cool. So we're going to go into apps, go to settings, and we're going to scroll down to apps. There we are, apps. And we're going to type in, we're going to search for ONE, One UI Home. Now, a lot of people say that if you change these settings on battery and you make it to be, make sure it's unrestricted, and it's going to allow to use the battery in the background without restrictions, this may reduce your battery life. I did a little bit of research, and this actually helps your phone run a little bit snappier without actually reducing your battery life. Here is the other option, restrict battery usage while this app is running in the background. The app may not work as expected, and the notifications may be delayed. So if you want to see if it does, you can hit restricted and see if that helps you save a little bit of battery. The One UI Home is this operating. Everything that you do here is your One UI Home. So if you want this part of your phone to save you a little bit of battery, go into settings, and like we were just there, and then do what you want to do and experiment, and obviously go back to the app if you want to undo it. All right, let's move on. While we're here in apps, the other thing that you can do is erase games that you don't play. I don't know how many. Let's see if we can find one that's on here. Some of these are pretty. The more expensive phones don't come with a lot of weird games and whatnot with their gaming. But you can explore, and let's say that you, there's Monopoly Go. So let's see, it's easy to uninstall. There it is. Uninstall. Saves us a little bit of space. Our phone, it's not necessarily going to save us battery, but it'll give us a little bit more space. Our phone will run a little bit better. All right, try that. All right, this next one is not necessarily, again, for battery, but for making your phone run a little bit snappier. Check this out. I was surprised that this is actually, let me show you this first. Okay, when I go to open the dialer, see how it animates open, and then I close the dialer and animates close one more time? It kind of animates and animates. We can turn that off, and this one, you will feel your phone running snappier. So we're going to jump into settings, and I think it's still under accessibility in the newer phones. Accessibility, and we're going to go to vision, and we're going to go to reduce animations. So there's 2 here. You can reduce the animations and you can reduce the transparency and blur. Now let's just do animations. Now watch, it's not going to close like this. It's just going to blink off. Blinks off, blinks off, blinks off. Now watch, it blinks on. There's no animation, and then to get out, it blinks off. So you do that, and your phone is going to feel like a brand new phone. All right, save the best for last. This one is the scariest, so let's turn the phone off. So I'm going to power the phone all the way off, and we're going to jump into the Android recovery menu. And what we're going to do is we're going to clear the cache. Now, so let's get into it. So we're going to hold volume up and power. Volume up and power. As soon as we see the logo, let go. The cache is temporary files. There's no personal data. There's no app-specific cache. It's basically temp files. So in the Android recovery menu, we're going to go to wipe cache partition right there. Don't choose this one. Don't choose wipe data factory reset. This erases your phone. We just want to erase the cache partition. Now, when we press OK, confirm. Yes. Now it's wiping cache. It only takes a few. It's done. And then we can reboot the system. Press power for OK. Now, you don't have to worry. This is not some out there hack. When you've had your phone for a while and it starts to get a little bit maybe glitchy or a little bit slow or sluggish, this is what everyone does. Clear the cache. And it's very safe. It's built into the phone to actually do it just like this. And again, only temporary files are deleted, and the system cache is rebuilt automatically after it cleans itself out. There you have it. A bunch of ways to help your Galaxy S23 5G potentially last forever. Hey, if this has helped you, please like, please subscribe. Thanks so much for watching.